Right, here we go again. Time for another diary. So, what have I been thinking about again? Yeah, as usual, friendship. So, I am framing friendship now as a reaction to uh, existential loneliness. And in fact, friendship itself is a type of distraction. I've been talking about distractions from existential loneliness in many of my diaries, like work and alcohol and so on. Um, these are distractions. Reading, books, everything is a distraction, really. Trying to distract ourselves from our existential loneliness. And I see friendship as a kind of positive distraction. Negative distractions and positive distractions. And also, friendship can become an addiction. And I think it has become an addiction in my case. I do try much harder, I think, than many other people to make friendships. Yeah, talking about that, I was observing some public banter between Aussies the other day, and I just thought, oh, I just get so tired of this constant, shallow banter between people who don't know each other very well at all, but they kind of pretend that they've known each other all their lives, and it's a great heartiness, a great banter, which I don't like. I've never liked it. Yeah, so getting back to distraction again, I mean, everything is a distraction from our existential loneliness. I think the television, the mass media, as I said, friendship, even reading a book is another positive distraction, but it's a distraction. It takes me away from my thoughts about my existential loneliness. And so everything is, in fact, a distraction. And then, uh, I get distracted then from my book, by the media, but then the book itself is a distraction from existential loneliness. I'm sort of connected to this topic is an observation about whites. I mean whites. I'm a white, so I'm not being racist. Whites, white culture, what I call Anglo-Saxon cultures, and their derivatives all around the world: Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Canada, USA. They all started, of course, with the UK and all that. But in these cultures, the pet dog is king, and people are more concerned about their dogs than they are about their neighbors. That's the sad thing. I think that's very sad. Of course, the dogs distract them from their existential loneliness. That's looking at it positively. Yes, well, this is a continuation of the diary. Um, yeah, one other observation about doctors. Oh, I had a really sad incident at my doctor today. I've known this doctor for about 10 years, and yeah, he's okay. He's a nice guy, but I have a few reservations about him being a little bit too distant. But I think he's quite efficient. Anyway, I'm always punctual. As a teacher, I'm so punctual for my appointments. I'm always there on time. 10 years, never missed being punctual. So definitely, that's the case. So anyway, I arrived for my appointment yesterday morning, and I drive up. And guess what? The doc, the surgery's not there. It's closed. In fact, it's moved, and there's a sign outside which says, "Oh, we've moved to blah blah blah." So of course I get into a total panic because I don't want to be late, and I get out my phone and my Google Maps, and I find out where the new premises are, and oh yeah, pretty good. I'm pretty tech savvy. and I get it in my phone, and then I drive down and I find a new place, and I get there, and then there I arrive and I get out, and actually he's out on the pavement, I must say, looking for me. And I don't know, I suppose he knows that I'm not usually late. So anyway, he comes out. So anyway, I'm wondering what the hell's happening. Because, why is the surgery moved, or why have I not been informed? And anyway, he's saying to me, did you get a message on your phone? And I look and I say, what do you mean on my phone? I've been driving here. I'm not going to look on my phone driving to you. And he keeps repeating it. Did you get a message on your phone? I said, why have you moved? I haven't been notified. You've been notified 2 or 3 times. I said, no, I'm sorry. I haven't been notified. No, I'm not aware of it. And I've checked my phone, and I'm, pretty careful with my emails. I haven't been notified. And he kept insisting that the organization, his bosses, had informed me. So there it was, 10 years of being punctual meant nothing to this man. He was so loyal to his bosses, he was convinced I'd made the mistake and not his bosses. Pretty sad, in my opinion. Pretty sad. So he took me in, and of course we were late for the appointment, and he wanted to get the next customer in. So he had a very abrupt and uncivil manner with me for the whole of that appointment. Yeah, very sad. Yes, I've been having lots of dreams yesterday, recent times, and they're not recurring dreams, but they have a recurring theme, and the recurring theme is of people trying to help me find my way. I'm lost, basically. The theme is being lost geographically somewhere, and I can't find my way. So it's not, you don't have to be a rocket scientist, I think, to understand what's going on there. But I am actually very interested in Jungian interpretation of dreams. Yeah. Now, I have to finish with a really great story. This is about Fossilbuster, which is, by another playlist of videos which I have on YouTube talking about the learning of English. And so a few weeks ago, I was in the club in town, my Irish club, and chatting away to someone. And he happened to mention to me that he was on YouTube too, and that he just got an email from YouTube asking to partner with him. So what this meant was that he'd had so many likes on his site that YouTube wanted to cash in, and they wanted to offer him money so that they could advertise on his site. And I was very excited to talk about this topic because I'm setting up my own YouTube channel, of course. So he said, oh, yes. And I said, well, what's your topic? And I told him my topic was teaching English. And he said, oh, well, my topic, he said, is photography. And I said, oh, okay, yeah, photography, fine. And I thought, okay, what type of photography? And he said, underwater. And I thought, oh, yeah, Jacques Cousteau, coral reef, all that sort of stuff, animals. No, he said, actually, I have some friends and I photograph them underwater. Oh, I said, friends? Yes, he said, some friends of mine. They're female friends. And I thought, yeah, okay, yes, photographing them underwater. And I said, yes, and then he said, they're models. And I thought, yeah, okay. And then he said, don't worry, he says, it's not pornographic. The parents of these models have all contacted me and we've all talked about it and everybody's very happy with it, blah, blah, blah. But it's very popular, he says. And I've got 1 million likes. And I thought, what? 1 million likes? Well, there you go, I said. And he said, well, how often? I asked him, how often do you publish? And he said, oh, about once a week. He makes a video per week. And, well, of course, why not? And he says it's about $30,000 Aussie, I think, per year from YouTube he's going to get currently for just doing this video. And I thought, wow, how has the world changed that you can do that? The internet has just opened up these possibilities for people. And, you have to be smart to work out how to do it. He's worked out his own niche and, more power to him to do that. Anyway, I've decided. I saw him last night at the Irish Club, at the Christmas do. And what about your website? I've decided to rename my website because I call my website Fossilbuster, you see. Fossils, and I've got a big picture of a dinosaur on it. And it's not about animals and geology and all stuff. It's about English language because people have historical habits of learning which are very negative for their language learning. They learn them as a child. I call these fossils. So my name is Fossilbuster, or my nickname. So I said, look, I'm going to rename my YouTube. I'm going to rename it Fossilbuster Underwater. Is that okay? And then, of course, I'm going to put a link to his website on YouTube.